Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at Angelic, a narrative strategy RPG set in a dark and collaborative sci-fi universe, the Angelverse. TLDR. Strategic, deliberate play, deep variety of heroes, decent variety of map, controls and camera are a little wonky, decent graphics, but the UI could do with a little work. How to play. The game is currently in closed testing, but it is available to wishlist on Steam and Epic. Game loop. In the Chaos Theatre, there are 3 game modes. You can pick free-for-all, 1v1 or 2v2. In the testing, there were 3 maps to choose from. Each map had a different theme, but with similar points of interest. As you load into the game, your first decision is which heroes to deploy. Each hero has a deployment cost, and you get a pool of deployment points to use. This pool refills as the game progresses, allowing you to deploy more units later in the game. When picking a deployment spot, it is key to consider the points of interest on the map. The map has standard items, such as obstacles and cover, but it also has different terminals you can activate. These terminals offer a wide range of things to assist you in the battle, from an attack robot, a healing droid, or a healing point, plus others. Each player then takes its turn to deploy their units. Once the deployment phase is finished, you take control of the heroes. Each turn has action point pool. These action points are used for movement, attacks, skills, and interactions. As it's turn-based, it's quite important to guess what your opponent will do so you don't leave your units in trouble. Each unit has health, shield, and movement. They also vary in how powerful their attacks are. In general, the more powerful the attack, the more action points it will take. Your goal is to clear the map of all the enemies. Game feel. The hero models and animations are decent, while there are also skins. These are pretty low variation, with some just being a different colour of the model. Before loading into the game, the hero screen doesn't actually give information about them, which means you have a lot of reading to do during your turn, or remembering if you've played a couple of rounds. Control of the camera during deployment was a little tricky to get a hang of at first, and did result in me missing a couple of deployment phases. The trickiness with the camera continued with the unit movement, with the camera often getting stuck underground. Outside the camera issues though, I found it a very strategic game. The variety of heroes and moves meant I was constantly trying to get the best position of my opponents. When we played a 3-person free-for-all, the map did feel a little large and we spent a lot of time trying to find each other. The animations and movements were decent, and the opponent reactions were good, if sometimes a little over the top. With one sword swing, I sent a body flying. Picking key terminals to activate can help swing the battle, but beyond the symbols, it was a little unclear what each one would do until you had activated it. Similar to learning the hero abilities, this led to a steep learning curve for new players. Whilst the fighting feels pretty action-packed, it's important to come in with the right expectations of the game speed. It is actually more like chess in terms of speed than an action game. It could also do with a little work around the UI, which is a little confusing and hard to interpret at times. Rating. The steep learning curve makes it a bit more niche to those willing to put the effort in to learn. It is very strategic and should appeal to the deep thinkers out there. The models and aesthetic are pleasing and set in their wider sci-fi universe. It is slow, so don't be fooled by the action animations. It's a narrow recommend in its current state, but with a big caveat that it is for those that prefer the more strategic, slow gameplay. Web3 integration. Currently, the Web3 integration is to be announced, but the project has said that people can play the game without getting involved with the Web3 elements. They are making it optional. Well, I hope you enjoyed that review of Angelic today. I look forward to seeing how it develops. If you want to see more Web3 game reviews, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and remember to play games that you enjoy.